Follow on Instagram and Twitter at __ Beyond the Game, and subscribe on YouTube at Beyond the Game with Ro and the Joe Bros.
All right, guys, welcome in to Beyond the Game with Ro and the Joe Bros. I am your host, Rolando Rosa, joined as always by Joe Begaristain.
What's up?
And Joe Martino.
What's going on, everybody?
It's football season. We are prepared. We are excited. We cannot wait. So we're going to hit you guys with some preview right now. We're going to go through the divisions. We're going to go through the wild cards. We're going to go through the conference championships. And we're going to go through the Super Bowl. Let's start out with the AFC. AFC East. What do you guys have winning the AFC East? I'll start with you, Joe B.
I got Buffalo winning the division. I just think they're too strong. I think they're going to really make some noise this year. I mean, they made noise last year, of course, but I think they're going to be even better.
Joe M., what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be more of the same this year in the AFC East. I believe Buffalo is the most complete team in the division. A lot of people think Josh Allen is gunning for MVP this year. And, I think he's definitely going to be in the running. I believe the division as a whole is going to be much improved. I believe the Dolphins are going to be right up there. They're going to be making some noise. They're going to be pushing for the division. I think Buffalo and Miami might be a little closer than people expect. And
for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jets are going to be much improved without Gase. And, of course, they got the Zach Wilson era starting. And the Patriots with Mac Jones, that's going to be very interesting. So, yeah, I'm going to say the Bills win, Dolphins close behind.
Okay. No, I'm with you guys. I see Buffalo as well. I think, like you said, they've got something to prove. Josh Allen has something to prove. But I do think the Dolphins will keep it competitive, and it should be those two at the top of the division. So moving on, let's get to the AFC South. What do you guys think about that one? I'll start with you, Joe M.
Yeah, I believe AFC South for me is like the easiest division to pick. I just feel like Tennessee is going to be the model of consistency for the AFC South. I mean, the last couple of years, they've been the model of consistency in that division, and I believe it's going to be more of the same. To me, it's not really going to be too close. Some people are high on the Colts. I'm not so high on Carson Wentz. So I don't really believe they're going to be in the thick of things. So, yeah, I'm going to say the Titans win that division.
Joe B., what's your take on this division?
Yeah, I completely agree with Joe M. I got the Titans winning the division pretty, I don't want to say easily, but, I mean, I just think they have, I know their defense, isn't the best, but I think they have too many weapons on offense, I mean, addition to Julio Jones alone is just a huge get for them. Yeah, for sure. And, yeah. And like you said, I'm the same. I'm not too sold on Carson Wentz, really. I think they'll be second, the Colts, but yeah, overall, I think the Titans will win the division for sure.
Clean sweep again for us, because I got the Titans as well. I think Ryan Tannehill is, again, in an ideal situation. He has a great defense to back him up, and he now has more weapons. Like you said, Julio Jones already has King Henry, Derrick Henry. Yeah, I'm going with the Titans.
Yep.
So let's move on now to the AFC North. Joe M., how are you seeing this one shaking out?
Man, the AFC North, for me, it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens. I'm very high on the Ravens this year, and primarily because of Lamar Jackson. I feel like he's going to have an MVP year. He's my pick for MVP. I think he's going to lead the Ravens to an AFC North division title, and it's going to be very competitive between them and Cleveland, but I just see the Ravens squeaking that division title out.
Joe B., what are your thoughts?
I think the Ravens will be good. I'll say no, I think the Ravens will be in a wild card spot, but I think the Browns are ultimately going to win the division. I just think they're very strong on both ends. They got so close last year, and that was their first taste of success, so obviously it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to success now, how they follow up success, but I do think they have enough talent to do so. And, of course, my buddy Bravo coaches for them, so it might be a little biased.
Yep.
But, yeah, I mean, I got the Browns winning that division with the Ravens a wild card spot.
I'm with you, Joe M. I'm riding with the Ravens. I'm riding with Lamar Jackson, 954 guy. I agree. I think he will be MVP. I think that will play a big factor in their success this year. So I'm riding with the Ravens. All right, let's move on next to the AFC West. Joe B., what do you think about that division?
That one, it's pretty simple. I got the Chiefs winning that division, and then I think the Chargers are going to be second, and I think they're going to make a wild card. They're going to get a wild card spot. They and the Chargers. I mean, what else? What is there to say about the Chiefs that people don't already know? So Mahomes, the offense is fantastic. They're going to be there in the end. I mean, they're going to be in the thick of it in the AFC in the AFC playoffs, obviously. So yeah, I got them winning this one. I would say this division pretty easily.
Joe M, any difference of opinion? Are you going with the Chiefs as well?
Yeah, no, I'm going with the Chiefs. I know I said earlier the AFC South was probably the easiest division to pick, but I was mistaken there. This is the easiest division to pick, in my opinion. I mean, it's Chiefs all the way. They're going to be in the thick of things. They're going to be a Super Bowl contender. It's Chiefs all day, and I agree with Joe B. It's going to be the Chargers that are going to be the second-place team.
Yeah, I'm with you guys again. Chiefs will win the division. I mean, they have Patrick Mahomes. That's a franchise quarterback solidified for the next, 10, 15 more years. They're pretty locked down in that spot. I do think the Chargers will make the wild card, like you said, but I'm going with the Chiefs. So let's go to the wild cards. Actually, we mentioned a couple of them, but who do we have as our three?
Yeah.
Who are our three wild card teams? I'll start with you, Joey.
Oh, man. I'm going to tell you that my number one wild card team, this is in order, it's going to be the Cleveland Browns. I believe they're going to be the first wild card. The second wild card is going to be the Miami Dolphins, okay? And the third wild card, I originally had the Patriots, but I just changed it a few days ago to the Steelers because of the whole Cam Newton situation. I think Tomlin gets Steelers in the playoffs. So Browns, Dolphins, Steelers.
Joe B, how are you seeing the wild cards in the AFC?
So in order for me, I got Baltimore, I got Miami, and I got the Chargers.
There you go.
Okay.
I kind of spoiled, everyone but the Dolphins basically are spoiled. But hey, I give you the order now, so.
Well, I've got the Browns, the Dolphins, and the Chargers. Shout out Justin Herbert. You're going to take that next week and get them into the playoffs. Show that your numbers were not empty and that they can actually translate to wins. So let's go over to the NFC now. Shift gears. NFC East. I will start with our expert in the NFC East, Joe M. How do you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Take it away.
I mean, you see the shirt.
Take it away.
Eli Manning. Tom Brady's dad. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, even though I'm a Giants fan, I'm very realistic, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's the Washington football team. I mean, they're, in my opinion, the most complete team in the division. That defense is elite. They now have Ryan Fitzmagic, straight out of Miami. He did some wonderful things down here. And, I believe he's going to make the playoffs for the first time in his career. How unbelievable is that he hasn't made the playoffs? But he will this year. They're going to win the division. For second place, I'm going to say the Giants and Cowboys and then Eagles. That's my order.
Joe B, what do you think?
For me, I think the Cowboys are going to win the division. I think they got to win it at some point. I mean, they have talent. I think that's really the only reason because this division's terrible. Let's just be real here. So I'm just just throwing stuff at the wall here. I got Dallas, 1, and I think Washington will be 2. And I'd be happy, like you said, Joe, if Fitzmagic makes a playoffs. What he did down here as a mentor on and off the field.
Of course.
He was
consummate professional.
100%. No question. So, I'll be happy to be wrong because I don't like the Cowboys. I'm just picking them because I have to.
Who likes the Cowboys? Come on.
Exactly.
America's team.
Yeah, seriously, I got Cowboys. Yeah.
That's true.
And, I'd go Giants and the Eagles in terms of order in that division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with the Washington football team. As you guys noted, Ryan Fitzpatrick has never got a team to the playoffs. I think that streak ends this year.
It's Fitzmagic.
Sorry for saying your name wrong. Ryan Fitzmagic.
Thank you.
That magic will
There
finally
you go.
coincide with a playoff trip. And their defense is phenomenal, like you guys mentioned. I think they take care of that division, which is not too strong, but I think they will prevail in that division. Let's move on now to the NFC South. Joe B, what do you think about the NFC South?
The NFC South, I got the Bucks winning it. It's really, it's really rare to see a Super Bowl team return everybody. Usually you have 1 or 2 guys that either have a contract year coming up or just trying to not take advantage of it, but, capitalize on the Super Bowl and get themselves a contract go elsewhere. The Bucks are the same, everyone came back. They're going to win the division. I'm not going to spoil it, but, we'll get to it down the road, Super Bowl. But I got Bucks. I think the Saints are going to be good, too. They're going to be, going to surprise some people. I have them number 2, have them getting a wild card. And then the rest, I got Panthers and then Falcons. I think the Falcons, I think they're going to have a lot of trouble this year. So,
Joe M, what do you think?
Yeah, same exact order as Joe B. I believe it's going to be the Bucks, Saints, Panthers, and Falcons. Like I said, Joe B nailed it. Bucks returned absolutely everybody, unless devastating injuries happen. Knock on wood, they're not going anywhere. They're winning that division, and Jameis is going to have a big year. Jameis stepped back behind Breeze. I think that was the best thing for him. He's going to come out firing this year. Saints are going to be in the thick of it.
Yeah, I got the Bucks. Like you guys said, they're stacked from top to bottom. They have so much talent on both sides of the ball. Obviously led by Tom Brady, who clearly is an ageless wonder. When will they ever retire? Who knows? But
Never.
it feels like it's never. But yeah, I got the Bucks.
He's like Ric Flair. I'll never retire. Woo! There it is.
There you go, Joe Bros of the wrestling. All right, so let's go to the NFC North now.
That's it.
NFC North. Joe M, what do you think about the NFC North?
Oh man, Packers all the way. Let me see who we got. Packers, Bears, Lions, and who's the other one again?
Vikings.
Yeah, like I said, Packers are going to win by a few games. Vikings are going to be second. I think I'm going to say the Bears. I'm going to say the Bears are second. But it's going to be very close between the Bears and Vikings. So I'm going to say Packers, Bears, Vikings, and Lions. Lions are still the Lions, and that's all.
Exactly.
Joe B, how do you see this one shaking out?
Yeah, I got Packers winning the division. I think Aaron Rodgers is being, heavily criticized and doubted. I think, and that's when he kind of plays his best. So I think they're going to win a division. I think he'll be really good as usual. Him and Devontae Adams. I love watching those guys. But in terms of the rest of the order, I got Vikings too. I think they're going to be pretty good. I like their weapons. But yeah, other than that, the last two I got Bears are going to have a little bit of trouble. I think unless Fields starts the whole way. And then the Lions, because they're the Lions. Sorry, Eminem.
I got the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is on a mission. He's got a lot to prove, and I'll get into this later, but I see a lot of great things for the Packers this season. So let's move on to the NFC West. Joe B, how do you see the NFC West going?
This is the hardest division for me to pick. It's very different. I think all these teams are really good, so it's not an indictment for whoever's last, but I think the Rams will win. I think getting Stafford, that'll be the best situation Stafford's been in, obviously, his whole career. Sorry again, Lions. I mean, and the surprise for me, and this is, people are going to think I'm crazy or think that this is like I'm, reaching here, but I think the Cardinals will be second in this division, and I'm really high on I like Kyler Murray, I like Hopkins, Kirk, so I think they're going to get a wild card, and then the rest of the division, like the Seahawks and Niners, if I had to round it out. I mean, again, those teams, the Niners were decimated by injuries last year, so I get last year wasn't a true indication of how good they are, but I feel something about these Cardinals and the Rams.
Joe M, is this a tough division for you to pick?
Man, to be honest, I got the Rams winning it. I think Stafford's going to have a big year. I'm really excited about that because he's been wasting away in Detroit for so long. And somebody with his kind of talent, it'll be nice to see what he does under McVay in L.A. And I got the 49ers second. Like I said, just a couple of years ago, they were in the Super Bowl, and, they still got all talent, got a ton of talent on that team. I feel like Jimmy G's going to come back, and he's going to play well enough to get them. I think they're going to get a wild card spot. And then it's funny, I had a conversation with my boy G the other day. Shout out to Geshawn. He's out there. And I told him I feel like Seattle's going to be last. That's not an indictment on Seattle. Seattle's a well-run organization. They're always in it. But I just feel like this division in particular is going to be much improved. Like Joe B said about the Cardinals, I feel like the Cardinals are going to be much improved too. And it's going to be very close. But I got Seattle in last.
Geshawn, you heard it here. Seattle's in last.
There it is.
Yep. For the AJ Green on the Cardinals, I was listening to receivers, and I'm like, damn, I'm forgetting one, and I'm just gonna let it roll. But I just looked it up.
Keep rolling.
So I'm gonna go a little outside the box. I'm going to pick the 49ers to win the division. They were banged up, like you said, last year, Joe B. I think Trey Lance is going to turn some heads. He's going to get inserted into the lineup, and I think he's going to shock some people.
Do you see it right away with Trey Lance?
I don't think they're going to right away put him in. I think they'll probably just try to just let it ride for a while, but I think eventually the talent is going to prevail. They're going to pretty much feel like they need to put Trey in. And once he gets in, I think he's going to really make a big difference. So that's why I got the Niners. So let's go to the NFC wildcard. How do we have that shaken up? Who are our three NFC wildcard teams? Joe B, I'll start with you.
I had the three. I'm trying to get the order. Okay, I'll just go Seattle, New Orleans, and the Cardinals in that order.
Okay, Joe M, what do you got?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be the Saints. Like I said, Jameis is going to have a big year. He's going to get them a wild card spot. My second wild card is going to be the 49ers. I mentioned that before. And my third wild card, I promise I'm not biased, but I just feel like the Giants have to get into the playoffs. They're going to get that last wild card spot. This is Dave Gettleman's last shot. This is Daniel Jones' last shot. Everything's on the line this year. He's got plenty of weapons. They brought in Galladay. They got the rookie Tony coming in, Saquon back from injury. The defense looks solid. It has to come together this year, and I believe it will. We get the last wild card spot.
Jeez.
The G-Men. Okay, we'll see how that goes. So I've got the Rams, the Saints, and the Seahawks. That's what I got there.
There you go.
Joe M, your boy Jameis, he's gonna get him in there. And G, don't have a heart attack. The Seahawks are in the playoffs. They are in the playoffs, sir.
There it is. Not on my list.
Not on his list, but on my list. So
and mine too.
And on Joe B's too. So let's move on to the conference championship matchups. Let's go to the AFC first. Who do you guys have in the AFC title game, and who's prevailing? Who's going to the Super Bowl? Joe M.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar's going to get them there. It's going to be them against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I see Baltimore prevailing in that matchup. I see Lamar Jackson in the Super Bowl.
Intriguing. What a dark horse. Joe B, what do you have?
There you go.
I don't have many dark horses because I got Cleveland over Buffalo. I mean, two teams that probably most people think are going to be like down there, they're late.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just pretty high on Cleveland, like I mentioned before.
Aren't those G's favorite teams?
I know he's a huge Cleveland guy. I know that.
And Buffalo.
We love those cold weather franchises.
He loves
That's him.
So that's what you got, Joe B? That's who you're writing
That's what I got.
Okay.
Yeah, Cleveland over Buffalo in the AFC Championship game, and then obviously Cleveland will be in the Super Bowl.
Wow, Cleveland in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Man,
And not the toilet bowl for once.
that would be pretty historic given their ineptitude.
Yeah.
Let's see if it happens, though.
Yep.
NFC Championship game. Joe M, who you got?
Yeah, the Bucs are going to be there. Like I said, bringing everybody back. No doubt in my mind they're going to be there. Now, the question is, who are they going to face? I love Jameis, but it's asking a little too much for him to guide them all the way to the NFC Championship. I'm very much torn between these two teams, Green Bay, and I'm very high on Washington. That defense is something. But, just as I said about Jameis, it might be asking too much for him to get the Saints to the NFC Championship. It might be asking too much for Fitzpatrick to lead Washington all the way to the championship. I feel like him never being in the playoffs before 1 or 2 games is fine. I see Green Bay. I see Aaron Rodgers leading them. But I see the Bucs over Green Bay in the NFC Championship.
Okay, Joe B, what do you think?
So remember when I said that people think I'm crazy because, I'm high on the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Well, I have them going to the NFC Championship game. So that's even crazier.
Whoa.
But,
Man!
yeah, but I have Tampa Bay beating them in the conference championship.
Yeah.
Back to earth. I came back to make the Super Bowl to go against the Browns.
Okay.
All right, grand finale, guys, Super Bowl. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who's going to win it all? Who's going to take the championship of the NFL? Joe M.
Man, like I said, Lamar's going to get him there. Lamar's going to take him all the way. MVP season, he's going to get him to the Super Bowl only to lose. Tom Brady and the Bucs are going to repeat. The Bucs over the Ravens.
Hell, there's no shame in that, man.
No.
Yep. No,
Really isn't.
That would be a worthy season by Lamar Jackson after all of his detractors. So there would be no shame in that at all.
No question.
No shame.
Exactly.
Joe B, who's your Super Bowl champion?
I'm high on the Browns, but I got Tampa Bay repeating. I can't go against Brady. And again, I already talked about we all talked about really how stacked they are and how they returned everybody. So it's an unprecedented thing to see a returning champion do that. I think they're going to win it again.
Joe Bros, I disagree. I got respect for Tom Brady. He was in my division for almost 2 decades, and he was incredible last year.
Yep.
But I'm going with the Packers over the Ravens. Aaron Rodgers.
Man,
Aaron Rodgers is going to just blaze a trail, win that last title for the Packers, and say peace out, and go on his merry way and do whatever he wants to do. Go where he wants to go, because he fulfilled.
See ya, buddy.
See ya. He fulfilled what he had to fulfill, and he's going to get his glorious ending in Green Bay. And it will be a great season.
Rodgers! Discount double check.
Yep.
Great. And again, it will be a great season by Lamar Jackson if he got that far to get the Ravens back to the Super Bowl. But I do have Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. So there you have it, guys. That's how we see the season shaking out. We'll see how it plays out. A lot of things happen between now and then, but it'll be fun to keep up with everything. See how these predictions unfold. And until next time, this is Beyond the Game with Ro and the Joe Bros.
Follow on Instagram and Twitter at __Beyond the Game and subscribe on YouTube at Beyond the Game with Ro and the Joe Bros.